The following episode may be inappropriate for some audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fox.
And we have a very special guest for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for the Mr. Starcadian.
Guys, I'm really sad right now.
Already?
Do tell.
I'm super sad. I'm sad because this interview's gonna end in like 5 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We've even...
That was a marathon.
That was a 3-hour something, right?
Yes,
You know,
yes, close to 4. The show went close to 4.
It was a wonderful experience, and it was fueled by Japanese whiskey and just amazingness. You know, we really had a good time.
I guess we're going right into the breaking news, huh?
Yes, of course. All
I have
the
a
time.
confession to make. I've stopped drinking whiskey.
You what?
I still drink, though. I'm still drink like a motherfucker. I'm drinking dirty martinis now. I realize that there's a drink where you basically drink olives and olive juice.
Oh,
And
yes.
you put some alcohol in there just for the,
It's
just for show.
It's a classic. You're like classing it up. That's
And if
great.
you order a filthy martini, you're basically drinking salt. It's the best thing on the
Oh my
planet.
God.
Dude, it's amazing.
It's like, might as well just go drink from the ocean.
I mean, no one told a fucking Greek that you can drink basically an olive drink. That you
Right.
can drink olive oil. Are you kidding me? No one told me this.
Didn't you guys like invent that? Like I figured you like would do everything with olives. Like you have olive like casserole, olive drinks, just
We have olive whiskey.
use it to like I don't know, clean your car, like just squeeze it into a I don't know, like didn't you know that?
I didn't know you could drink it like alcohol. That's amazing.
Let me tell you how good dirty martinis are. And the funny thing is, you said dirty martinis, and I have all the ingredients. I am on a dirty martini kick. I think we're kind of like on the same wavelength.
Have you guys heard of a Tokyo tea?
I have not.
It's like a Long Island iced tea, so it's pretty much nothing but alcohol, but it tastes nothing like alcohol. But a Tokyo tea, they use melon liqueur in it, so it's bright green, like fluorescent green.
Is that like limoncello?
No. It's basically pretty much tastes like a Long Island iced tea, but
Okay.
just a different color. But Google the ingredients; it will knock you on your behind.
All right, I'm very excited to find out about that drink. But I
Welcome
haven't.
to yet another episode of 3 dudes Googling shit.
Sponsored by Alcoholics Anonymous.
We seem to do that every time. I feel like, I don't know. I like doing a show where I just Google shit.
It is. It's everyone's got to be well informed. That's what it's all
Oh, this is
about.
what a capybara dick looks like.
We
Huh.
must.
So we are here once again. We are here with the wonderful Starcadian, and I always love having you on the show. Like we always have a great time, and I'm just glad you came on again for this wonderful season. We decided to shorten the episodes, but I don't know how that's going to work out with you.
That's adorable.
They do tend to get a little extended, which is
But
great.
you know what I do? I gotta remind everyone we are live. So, if you are tuned in to YouTube or the Night Ride website, pop into the chats and say hi. We'll give you a shout out because unlike those other stations, those lo-fi, hi-fi, prime
Yeah, low what?
stations, Night Ride FM is a station that bites back.
It's ran by humans, real
Yes.
human beings with feelings.
Feelings.
I don't have any feelings.
Feelings. Nothing more than feelings.
So, do we want to do shout-outs before we play our first track or after? What do you think?
Let's play a track and then we'll do some shoutouts.
Wait, hold on. What kind of
What?
track are we playing?
It's actually it's not a Starcadian.
This
track.
is not yet.
Oh, okay, great.
We're gonna ease people into the awesomeness.
Yeah, we gotta like bring them in first, and wet their whistle with some light stuff, and get them all excited, get them juiced up.
We'll play a couple of tracks, and then we'll talk some more with you. We'll kick off with a track from Radio Galaxy. and then maybe a couple of other tracks that people may or may not have.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, I like this.
So what do we got lined up here, Mr.?
All right. Well, you know what? Let's kick it off with a single from Nina and Ricky Wilde, aka Kim Wilde's brother. Gotta mention
Very
that.
nice.
But yeah, this is one of the 2 singles that are currently out on New Retrowave from the upcoming album, which drops September 29th. The album is called Scala Hearts, so get ready for that. I'm sure it'll be like typical New Retrowave. It'll be available on whatever format you like. And this single, this is LA Dreamers, right here on Night Ride FM.
The stars are shining, a million little suns are lighting the way. Still surviving, so beautiful and broken, but never to fade.
My heart in your hands, letting go. I'm scared for soulmates.
Now I'm yours.
The backseat of your car, letting go. We kiss the night away, like we are in another world.
Here in the heart of LA, praying the nightmares are dying. Would it be madness to say I love you? Whether or not it's the same, save the fear we are denying. Only a madman would say I love you. In the moonlight, the city comes alive, and our worries are gone. Made us realize it's far from being over. We've only begun. Oh.
Life in your hands, letting go. I'm scared for soulmates.
I'm always yours.
We hold each other silently, as if a final day, like we are in another world.
Here in the heart of LA, praying the nightmares are dying. Would it be madness to say I love you? Whether or not it's the same, like the angels were flying. Maybe this madman will say I love you. I love you.
Just another beautiful night in LA. You think love is in the air? Check the sand. The moon is full and the grunion are running. Living the dream, baby.
Maybe this madman will say I love you. Here in the heart of LA, maybe this madman will say I love you.
And that was Nina with Ricky Wilde with Steven. Oh man, how many
That was
martinis are you in first?
L.A.
It's already
Dreamers.
I need to know this the gauging of the evening and how we're gonna pace it out. So we're down the first martini. Speaking of martinis, you gotta get the olives. Okay, so my wife, who is classier than I am, way classier, she told me, first of all, you have to always have an odd amount of olives in your martini, or it's bad luck. It's
Why?
just straight up
Bad luck.
1, 3, or if you're like really balling, you go for 5 olives.
Ooh, I like that.
And if you really want to step up your game, you get the olives with the blue cheese inside. It's phenomenal. It's freaking amazing.
I actually, on my 30th birthday, I had a good friend of mine. Shout out to Tony Barbieri. He bought me a buffalo martini. And it was like a martini, but it had like some
Chicken
hot
wings
sauce
in
in it.
What?
And not chicken, but it had like some kind of hot sauce into it. And then had a big celery stick with blue cheese.
Ooh.
When I tell you, there's nothing more fucking foul than alcohol and blue cheese, believe me.
God,
Fucking foul.
it sounds foul. Jeez.
You're
Like-
saying that, and I'm just kind of like thinking in the back of my head.
Dennis is like,
No, there's like Bear Grylls in the corner drinking his own piss, looking at me drinking this and being like, well, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, apparently Daddy Kong. Oh, you know what? Let's get to some shout outs.
Did you
Daddy
say
Kong's Daddy Kong.
Daddy Kong.
But
Daddy Kong?
apparently there's one with garlic cloves in it. Anyways, let's
that sounds like it slaps.
all right. All right, a quick shout out to our listeners who are tuned in, who have popped into the chat to say hi. We got Daddy Kong talking about garlic cloves. We've got some Aussies like Dave 808 Turner and Craig Packman, who are probably already have their tickets for the midnight. We've got Dysterian in the house. We've got Nas. We got to give a quick hugs to Kit. Circene's in the house. Seven Rising is in. We're going to be playing a track from him a little bit later. Sorcerer Avery is in the house, as well as Dadoomer. And over on YouTube, we got Hank Carter and Lobster Overlander and Caracal Computing checking for you. Calavance. We've also been joined by Karin Zoe Lee. And who else? Oh, the 2D Cat has joined us as well.
Hey, all right.
And another shout out over to YouTube. Animator JB has popped in as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. I am going to do a shout out to some guy who called us cucks because we're talking. Chrome Skull 90.
Yes.
Did I show his comment on YouTube
I've never been called
or
a
not?
cuck on my own show. I
know,
love it.
So you know which channel he came from?
Yeah.
Prime Thanatos. Like,
Of course.
Come on, dude, go back.
I mean, to be fair, it's kind of cuckish behavior to speak.
It is a little bit.
Well, I know.
I mean,
right?
well,
On a
dude, it's
music station?
2023, bro. You're speaking? That's kind of sus, man. That's kind of sus. That's not bussing.
Shout out to Super Space Cat who just joined us in the IRC.
My daughter taught me bussin', and I didn't even think it was a real word. I mean, obviously it's not a real word, but apparently a bussin' is like when something's really, really good. So I'm hip now, Jules.
I just learned something.
What bussin' means?
Bussin', yeah.
God, you guys are so old.
Are you
We
damn
are.
right?
You're not cool, man.
No, we were really cool.
You're not bussing for real, like me. How goes it, fellow youngsters?
All right, so far we have covered martinis. We've covered bussin', bad martinis, good martinis. I feel
Garlic
like
and martinis.
I feel like all we've talked about is like food and drink.
Okay,
So far.
I do have one. Do we have to play a song soon? Because I have a kind of long, not that long. I'll make it short, but I have a story
for it.
with bad karma. You have
Chrome
time?
Skull can suck it. You can keep talking, man.
We got Starcadian on the show. He's gonna say what he wants.
Dude, born to shit, forced to wipe. Keep cucking 2023. Thanatos, Skull, whatever, Skullfucker, whatever your name is. I'm a cuck. Anyway, the story. Yeah, so on a whim, we're like, fuck it. This summer, I was on vacation for once. And we're like, fuck it, let's go on a little trip. Where do we go? Let's go to the Amalfi Coast. That's in Italy.
Ooh.
It's cute. It's pretty. It's cute. I had my opinions.
Okay.
But like, super fucking expensive. 50 euros per sunbed. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I heard about all the increase,
Mad
all the
expensive.
protests.
Yeah, they have the protests in Greece. Italy's like, nah, fuck this. We're gonna milk them. So generally, super fucking expensive. God, they love their limoncello. They would not shut up about the limoncello.
Oh, that's all they do up there.
It's not good. I'm not gonna lie. I applaud you and embrace you if you're into the limoncello. I don't want diabetes, but it's
It tastes like
cool.
cough medicine to me.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
lemon
fuck-
flavored
yeah.
cough medicine.
It does. Yeah, it does. Anyway, so it was like peak kind of tourism, so it was like super busy. So we're like getting shoved around, and like, you know, Mediterraneans, we don't really like to queue or give space or be nice. So
Right.
it was. I got a little like, fucking hell, what is it with this place? So like we come back, and then I was like, man, like the people were kind of loud and annoying and this and that, and like, I don't know about Italy, man. I'm not sure about this. I had forgotten at that point that 2 months prior, I had ordered a DNA test for my mother. And lo and behold, the results come a week after we come back from Italy.
You have Italian in you.
Guess what motherfucker is 20% Italian? 20. Not a little bit. Somebody got busy with Italy.
Yeah. Yeah. Aren't they like
so-
next to each other or something? I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Democrat
we're right.
Hey, how
Yeah.
you doing?
is
No,
went over the
forget about it.
bridge and
it's funny.
brought
Like I
over
have
some
a,
olives and
I have a
town.
friend who's Italian, and like keep like making fun of him, like Super Sunday sauce, Super Sad sauce, and like, you know, he's jovial about it. And then like I told him the news. Oh my god.
that's
Oh
great.
my god. Welcome to the family.
So there it is, Starcadian.
that's
20%.
your karma. That's your idea of that's karma.
That is karma coming to bite you on
Yeah.
the ass. All right, so I think we're gonna do another song. We're gonna talk about some whatever. We got no agenda, although we do have we might have a little something of a surprise for later on. Couple of special fun announcements, couple things for all the Starcadian listeners out there that don't want to hear about drink recipes and whatever else shit we're talking about. Let's drop a track and then we'll talk about some more of that shit. What do you think?
Hey, I'm game.
I
We've
am
you know what?
hungry.
We even have a listener question
Listener
for Sir Starcadian, so we'll get to that when we come
Yes.
back.
Let's get to that after the track, and we'll do a little Q&A. That'll be real nice.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's right. We are live, folks. You can pop a question in. Starcadian may or may not deign to answer your questions. We'll see.
Yeah, I could basically do like a live AMA, or as an Italian, as a recent Italian, I should say AMA.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm gonna get canceled tonight.
All right. From Greece and Italy, we're gonna jump over to Serbia here. Serbian artist Isidore dropped a new album filled with powerful, soaring tunes earlier this summer. It's called Stygian. And yeah, we've got a track from the album. This one is called Electricity, and you're hearing it right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Isidore with Electricity. Very good, very good. Now, so we are here with this Starcadian guy, and, we got a little collection of people in the chat room that would like to, I guess, put some questions out to the Mr. Cadian. Now, can we call you Mr. Cadian, or just Cadian, or Star, or I forget? I don't even know what we call you on the show.
Call me S. Fuck it.
S, there you go. And
It's fast.
this was actually a question that Jules had, I think.
Yeah,
He's not in the
He
chat.
wanted to know.
I'm in a chat. I am. I swear to God, I am.
This is a phony show. Go on.
All right, so I call myself a Star Cadet. Now, is that the correct term for Starcadian fans?
Yes, because you coined it.
Oh, did he coin it? Because that's pretty good.
You coined it.
There you go, Jules. You own that. You're Star Cadet number 1. You get a shiny gold star for doing that.
Wicked.
All right, so we got any other questions out there in the audience?
So the questions are coming fast and furious now.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
All right, so yeah.
A lot of Italians listening.
Hey,
Why are you such a racist?
can I make you an offer you can't refuse?
Oh, forget about it.
All right, let's jump to the very first one. Animator JB wants to know what the dialogue is during the distorted part in Dance or Die.
Ooh.
Do you remember?
I do.
Is there
but-
dialogue?
Yes. Yes.
I
I can't reveal it. I can't reveal it. That's all I can say.
Is it Easter eggy?
No, not really.
Okay. Will it get you in legal trouble?
No. It's not like it's part of the narrative, but I don't want to like. If I,
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
kind of Easter eggy if it's part of the narrative.
yeah, it's kind of Easter egg, I guess. Yeah.
It's lure related.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Good to know. Well, all right. Well, he's got a second question then. Why does Pompeii Pirate have the best backbeat ever?
It doesn't. Put a big ol' hog of a pin on that one.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
For
yeah,
for not for much later, just for later in the show.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
We will.
But
Fair.
good
All right.
question. I didn't pay for that question. Good question.
Good question. All right.
Damn. What the fuck?
You only paid for half the question.
Upvotes for that shit. Buy some upvotes.
Colivance wants to know, was the 3D animation in music videos such as Inner Space done by yourself?
Yep.
And he's curious to know how those facial movements are animated so smoothly on.
All by fucking hand.
Wow.
That's yeah. I don't know how many more of those I have in my soul, but that is hand tracked, hand animated.
Can't you just ask AI now to just give me a low poly face and
Right. Low poly
it work.
face and just give the lyrics and just turn it on. There's the golden question. This is the question I've been dying to ask you. Thoughts on AI? Will we be destroyed as a species? Can we use it and create a greater good? Or are we all doomed?
Look, I can give you my answer as a
Bodily function noise?
as an artist? No, as an artist or as a
no. I mean both as an artist and as a visual effects professional. Because going on with the Hollywood strikes, not to strike a serious tone, but I've actually thought about this quite a bit. The strikes are going on and they're like really fucking people up.
Oh, yeah.
Like people whose livelihood is based on this, right?
Absolutely.
And these people have worked in fucking months. One of the main issues in the strike, as far as the public knows, is AI and the use of people's likenesses, automatically generating actors, all that bullshit. When I tell you, you should really be worried more about a shark attack than AI taking the Hollywood over, the Hollywood, taking the creative jobs in Hollywood over.
quality creative jobs.
Right.
Like it's no contest between that and a shark attack. The shark attack is more likely to happen to you.
Yeah.
I use AI. I have used AI. I've looked at the AI as I'm sure a lot of listeners draw, animate, do 3D, whatever, 2D, music, stuff that for more than a decade now, I've personally seen plugins that in music they do procedurally generated melodies. We'll write a song for you.
Or they'll
if you
take the
do-
beats out and just
Yeah.
leave only the lyrics, and that's
you
all
do-
an AI algorithm.
Yeah, if you do 2D, there's stuff that like will match this object no matter how it moves. It's called planar tracking for years now. My point being, all this stuff right out the box is trash. If you can't have a program without a user. It's bad, it's trash, and it has not gotten better. What it has gotten better for them is the fact that every single listener here and every other person in society, I would say 7 out of 8 billion people are online. They feed information online. They talk online. They show their preferences, their likes, their retweets, their whatever, their own art, right? So we've reached a point in society right now where we take all that shit and we store it like the valuable currency that it is, data. And this is the best case scenario where we take that stuff and use it as a pool to pick from. But really, it's just AI is just a pen that you dip in this ink well that has every fucking ink under the sun.
Right.
And then it writes what you want it to write.
Right.
But it can't control how it blends the inks, and you can't control how it blends the inks. So it's a fucking mess, and it doesn't work the way people are afraid it works.
Right. Because you have to
Right.
feed it. You have to feed it so much data. If the data's not there to be fed, the AI
And
is
it's
not going to be
also
like,
a combination of existing shit. You're not going to get
Right.
anything new. To
Right.
me, I was thinking about that earlier today. The truly wondrous thing about AI is reading people's prompts. And I'm like, wow, you're
Yes.
actually
Oh my
really,
God.
you're a really interesting person for coming up with that. I don't give a shit what Midjourney kicks out because it's probably going to be a repositioned
Yeah.
frame from Jodorowsky or whatever the fuck. Like it doesn't mean anything. Like
The
it's okay.
prompts are cool. Like they're like a paragraph long, sometimes 2 paragraphs long.
Yeah, like I spent at this point I'm 50-50, like people are pieces of shit or people are amazing. And this was a people are amazing moment where I'm like, oh my god, you want to see a frog with glass hands that melts everything it touches,
Riding a
shit like that. But I'm like,
unicycle.
wow, that's like really interesting. And like people are actually like showing their creativity without knowing it. It's great. And then you have assholes who like call themselves senior AI prompter.
Oh god. Yeah,
See-
what is the new job?
That's when you know you have an NFT farting, crypto sucking
Crypto
tech
bro.
bro with a windbreaker that should just walk off a cliff. Like, and then there's like actual people that are like, wow, this could actually show me my dream.
Yeah.
And then even better, they write down their dream, and then I get to see like, oh my god, that's a really cool dream. I'm inspired as a human being. That's cool to me.
Right. So
But am I afraid of it? No. Is it gonna replace me as a singer? Oh my fucking god, probably. But as a music writer, no fucking chance. I think I used like a prompter to write Starcadian lyrics, and I was like crying because it was like Starcadian !! Take flight through neon skies. All right. I'm
Dude,
like,
I asked
Oh my God.
ChatGPT to write me a song about like some 80s love story in the style of The Midnight. And I could tell that the words used, it was pretty good in the words it used, but my god, the lyrics, it was cringe.
yeah, AI, you can feed it all the data you want. At the end of the day, it has no concept of society and culture and cultural relations and social grace, jokes, comedy. It doesn't know what the fuck comedy is.
yeah.
Nope.
So yeah, I don't know. No one. If your job is incredibly repetitive and menial and like administrative, there is a chance that like, yes, if you're like, I know a lot of copywriters in advertising are getting fired to hell and back. Because
Yeah.
no one needs a copywriter
Okay,
once
now,
you have
here-
cheap ChatGPT.
I've joked about this. Here's the other thing. I've worked in corporate offices most of my life, and one of the jobs that should be the easiest to replace is the CEO, because they
Oh,
they
yeah.
do fuck all, right? I mean, once AI learns how to play golf, that's it. Those jobs
It's over.
are gone, right? But they're gonna make sure they're gonna protect their jobs and make sure the rest of us lose ours. But swear to God, the rest of us, we do hard stuff. It doesn't take much to look at financials and come up with a 5-year plan and then recycle it 5 years later. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the CEO. I've worked with some bosses that, and don't get me wrong, there's no like great bosses. Like you sacrifice your life and time to make money so you can live to work for them. Don't get me started. But like, there's no like saint CEOs. It's a business. It's someone started
Wow,
a business, good for them, and you're exchanging your time for their resources. So I've met some good ones, like better, meaning that like they actually care for to some degree for the well-being of their employees. That you can't really replace with AI, like actually being in tune with your own employees. What you can, and also like you can replace like a CFO, right, where like you can make all the practical
yeah.
decisions about what to do with your money.
Yeah, the
but,
bank,
like,
money, income out.
But the most
spending.
logical advice would be, well, kill every single junior employee you have because they're the most energetic and they'll at least die happy, and then get new ones. Well, that's not fucking realistic, obviously. So, that's AI's never gonna be able to, dial in empathy.
All right. So it's there no matter what. We should embrace it and learn to live with it. And some people are going to be scared. Some people are going to make out.
I think there's just much ado about nothing.
Got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to.
You know what? I'm all for the strike, and people need to make sure they're taken care of. And actually, you know what? It's not AI that's going to hurt them. It's some other human being that's out to get you, not AI.
And
they might use AI, but
I'm gonna be out to hurt you. It's me. I'm terrible.
See, I'm gonna put that as one of the questions that was asked. Is Starcadian out to get us?
Yes.
The answer is a solid
But,
yes.
Okay, I gotta coach a little bit.
All right, before we do, let's play a track,
Okay.
and then let's do some more Q&A. What do you think, Mister?
Yeah, I want to do some shout-outs.
All right. Shout outs
While
before
we've been
after.
chatting, we've been joined by Pixel,
Hey.
and Treesicle, and John Cowart over in the YouTubes. Melzoa has also joined us in the YouTube. And guess who's back? C. Thomas Howell is back.
nice.
He's in the IRC.
Very, very
What?
nice.
His Twitter account has reactivated. He's an artist, and man, I love his music. I've got like 2 of his shirts.
He just
And he
bought our
says-
Mr. Fusion album.
Yeah, he
So
went.
shout out
he
to
went,
you, my friend.
Went underground for a couple of years. Now he's back.
Everyone's got it. You gotta just
reset.
press the reset, replenish the fuel in the machine, and everyone's got to do that every now and then. I totally get it.
I thought it was actually C. Thomas Howell, and I'm like,
No, yeah, see,
sitting on the chat, and I'm like,
Right? No,
Wow,
he-
that
he-
career nosedived.
right? No, he's paying tribute to a
Yeah.
wonderful actor
I
from
get it now,
yesteryear.
yeah.
It is a different spelling, which makes it cute.
That's his artist
Ah.
name.
So very good. All right, so we're gonna play propaganda. Speaking of
Yes.
all this AI and bullshit
Well,
on the
okay.
internet,
We got to do this. Okay, so Dennis and I, we were talking about this. One of our favorite albums ever is Radio Galaxy.
yeah.
And we got to play this track because it is so addictive. This one goes out to all the intergalactic booty shakers out there. I wanted to say that so bad.
Yeah, he was really waiting. He's got a little script and everything.
All right, here it is. This is Propaganda by Starcadian right here on Night Ride FM.
We have traveled through time. Your current paradigm will break down. Down, down, down. In 12 years, all your currency will be follows an amateur porn. All nations are online. You will all be assigned a URL. Of the internet will battle for influence and likes. Only those who survive until they're 25 will return. Many will burn. I've used all my outrage points to reach you before it's too late. In a year or two, you must stop the review that starts it all. Heart will fall.
I sure could use a little to make me feel okay. You play me like a fiddle. The web's a big mistake. I really need to hear some to make it through the day. The new reality's a scandal. Give me that propaganda.
Smash, reply. Don't forget to subscribe. 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 Smash, reply. Don't forget to subscribe.
I sure could use a little to make me feel okay. You play me like a fiddle. The web's a big mistake. I really need to hear some to make it through the day. The new reality's a scandal. Give me that propaganda. Propaganda.
Get that time out of my face. I got a broken record, a broken ship, and a couple of broken hearts. But this music is going to steer us through the Heart Nebula and into your brain.
Wow.
This next one goes out to all the intergalactic booty shakers. Jiggle that space junk. That's your cue for the record. Play the record.
Once again, that was Propaganda by Starcadian. And yeah, I love the ending of that with the whole jiggle that space junk. Like, that's just great. We talked about it before. I think it was your longtime partner, I think Rob, that did
that's
the
Rob
voice on it.
O'Neill. Yeah, doing all the voices.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And I think his name has a special meaning. A deva is well, people should Google it, but it's an interesting thing. Screaming deva. There's like context in a lot of the like.
I was gonna say,
and stuff.
is there a song that you do that's just plain value,
doesn't have a message?
Doesn't have 50 different like secret messages and codes? I think that's what makes you so popular. I think people just really get into the mythos of your story, your music, the lyrics, and then like the story, and then like the little. To me as a fan, like I'm a big Lost fan, and I'm just a fan of like a good intergalactic kind of mystery, you know, that just kind of you start pulling at a thread and you're like, what is this? And I think it's like super cool that you could put all these things in. That's one of the questions that I had, and we're going to get to some more of the IRC questions, but one of my questions is about Radio Galaxy. I'm probably going to already have my answer. Have all the Easter eggs been solved in that album? Or is
nowhere near. And in fact, nowhere near. And like the best Easter egg and the most visible one, you're not gonna get it until sometime around next year.
What?
Yeah. No, this shit's I've been planning this shit for years, man.
Just got this
he sits in the dark. No.
I go into like Starcadian studio and I just see like this big map, like the size of the wall with all these like lines connected.
Like that meme, that guy with the
right. The
strings
always
all
sunny,
over the wall,
smoking a cigarette. I got this.
I'm like
man.
a dungeon master, but like I'm by myself, and I'm just like in the basement, just like critical 20, and then just no one's there to hear me, but I'm still excited.
Right. That's what it's got to be. It's got to be you about your own music and excited about your own thing, and the fact that people are just totally into it, along with me and Jules, of course, obviously. It's got to be fun, you know, just to bring us along for the ride. And I'm too stupid, man. I'm stupid and I'm lazy. That's why I haven't figured any of this out. I was waiting for Gunship to do another ARG, and they put out their first song. What is it, Monsters in Paradise? And I swear to God, they had a Discord ping. You know, like that when you're on Discord, you guys, I'm sure you guys are all nerdy. You use Discord every now and then. They have this like little boop when somebody types a message into Discord. It's just like a little boop, right? So one of the sounds that they use in that song is kind of like a punctuation, and they do it on a certain time frame. I'm like, all right, this time frame. And then I looked at it again, and it was like literally like exponentially placed. And I'm like, you know, there my theory just starts like branch out, and then I started like going all over and looping in like other people, and then this other person really got into it, and they did like 5 hours worth of research on Wikipedia, and they brought in like the Jesus of Nazareth and like all these other like just crazy like number string theories and everything like that. Like by then it was like the next day I was just like, oh yeah. Like I was totally done with the entire thing because I just don't have it in me. I just don't have it in me to continue. Like I can get good ideas.
The last time I went hard on one of those things was the Halo 2 I Love Bees website.
Oh my God.
That thing drove me nuts for months. And the thing is, you like to be the one to solve a puzzle, but there's like 1,000 other people out there smarter than me.
Way smarter than me.
And you're like, you know what? I can't keep up. Forget it.
I can't even follow along when somebody explains it. They're like, because it got this, multiply it by 5, and then you do it on next Tuesday, and enter in this sequence, and we got this sequence from the Fibonacci equation. I'm just like, dude, you lost me already.
Look, this stuff is fun it's definitely fun building that kind of stuff. Like I don't really do that as much with marketing. I don't have budgets anywhere near like that kind of trajectory. But like, there's an art in it, right? There's a big
absolutely.
art in like setting this whole like long thing up. But you're basically writing a movie.
Yep.
For me, I get off doing that within songs, like.
Yeah.
Partially probably because I'm lazy. So I'm like, well, I could just do this just by sitting here. I don't have to mail flash discs. So, I just go deep with stuff like that because it's
I
fun,
love it.
It's
I love,
a little bit
don't
of
get me wrong. I love it. I love it. Like, I'm just so, I wish I was, I think if I was smarter, like even just a little bit smarter, and I'm just going to put it how it is. Like, I'm not an idiot, but I'm also like, there's people out there that they just get into that, and they know how to crack these codes and stuff like that. And kudos to them. They're brilliant.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they do that. Like, to me, it's like, you guys probably remember old point-and-click adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Monkey Island, shit like that. I love that stuff. I grew up on that
the
stuff.
Sierra games and all that.
Yeah, oh my god. But like a lot of the logic there was shit. Like, and we have to understand that like old music sometimes was shit. We got better at it sometimes. Old video games were shit. We got better at them. Old movies were, not as good. Not shit, but there was Citizen Kane, but there were also a bunch of shit movies, and now we got better at making them. So same way, ARGs to me is like point and click adventures where you have to get in the mind of the guy who wrote the puzzle. Like, well, yeah, you have to slap the goldfish so the dog farts so that the firefly dies, so then you get Ebola. Like, what?
That's what he's thinking, exactly. How did we not know that?
Right.
So the fact that people actually get that and do it, especially with some of my stuff that I don't really do it so people, I mean, it's cool that people find it, but like it's too convoluted and in my mythology to leave it for people to find it. So the fact that sometimes they do is just insane.
Yeah. Now, have a lot of them been solved? Like, the way you're saying it, I feel like there's like many.
No. The whole the big narrative behind the whole like Red Hood and Starcadian thing has not really been. No one's really got it yet. But I mean, it's the way I see it narratively. The trilogy is kind of in a perfect loop right now. So the next Easter eggs might be something new. I don't know.
Yeah, and what would we do to progress that? Maybe have some new music.
Some breaking news.
Things?
Oh yeah,
some new breaking news maybe.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, I'm definitely.
I mean, like, so you've got three albums in the story, right?
Yeah.
And it starts with which album?
Well, that's. I mean, the very last song in the trilogy is called Causality. So, and then you gotta watch the last video and watch the first video and like make your connections.
Does that mean that the second album might be the first album? Chronologically, we're doing some
think about
crazy Star Wars stuff.
Think about the videos, the first video, the last video, and think about Causality and that.
All right.
I mean, there's a bunch of jargon in there that should give you a good hint.
All right, I'm getting back excited, man. I can't wait. All right.
So like, okay, so there's, I know, I mean, I'm lucky now to have several of your vinyls twice over now. Thank you, because there were some reprints. But so Sunset Blood was that ever available on vinyl?
That's not been available on vinyl, no. And that one's a hard one because it's like over a minute. Over an hour.
Ah, okay. So it might have to be like a.
It
would have to be like a double, yeah.
Three.
Double vinyl.
Double, but like three sides, basically, something like that. Yeah.
But so, anyways, I digress.
All right.
We were gonna talk about stuff, something
we
you have planned.
We have some news possibly that we might want to share.
Yeah.
I say we like I have anything to do with this.
So, I think the music producers that are listening will really feel this pain when I say it. I don't know if you guys will ever remember it, but way back in 2014, we used to have 32-bit VST plugins. At some point, everyone decided, and Ableton, you know what? Fuck that. We're gonna go 64-bit. So starting now, Ableton is not gonna support 32-bit plugins. So at that point, I lost 99% of Sunset Blood, like just unopenable Ableton projects. I also switched to Bitwig after that album. So, like that famous TikToker saying, "What double fuck?" That was not a good time.
That's right.
So, it's basically taken me 10 years and almost re-recording everything, but I am happy to announce that for the 10th year anniversary of Sunset Blood, there will be a fully remastered, half re-recorded, a lot of stuff version of Sunset Blood.
Rebooted in a way, I guess.
It's like a requel.
A reimagining.
Reauthored requel.
Well, it's not a reimagining, like that would be. I want to do a reimagining quite a bit, but this one's not a reimagining. It's just imagine if the original was like a Nokia app, and this is like the 4K version of it. It's like, oh, okay, I see all the pixels now.
The director's cut. 4K.
I should probably call it the director's cut. That's a good idea.
There you
Now,
another
okay,
phrase
so
Jules coined.
So with that, you think maybe perhaps it might get a physical?
I would love to do a physical. I'm gonna be fully transparent. I don't know what my vinyl company is up to. They're on radio silence, so maybe I'll need to find a new one. I'm not sure, but I am not anti.
We know a few.
I actually have the artwork ready, so once I find a decent place, I will definitely try to get that done.
Very good.
Okay, so how can you give us a hint as to how far along you are on this?
Oh no, it's done. It's done.
What?
It's well, dude. It's next month.
That's
like
true,
October
yeah.
31st. Yeah.
That is
So-
true, yeah.
Does that explain how Dennis managed to snag a little tune
I don't
or
know
two?
how I did this. I don't know
However,
where.
did you find
I
this?
have no
I
idea
know.
where this came from.
Oh my
Dennis
god, how
snuck-
embarrassing, you
snuck
guys.
snuck into the mothership and
Oh my god.
In fact,
Stop it.
not only one, two. How did
Oh
this
my
land?
god.
In
All right,
my
you know what?
pocket?
Here.
I think we should jump into this. I'm gonna do a couple of shout outs first to King over in the YouTubes. He's got a question. We'll get to that later. Lord Piggers in the IRC, as well as Zorwell in the YouTubes. So yeah,
We promised
Dennis.
AMA after this. We got to get back
Oh,
on
yeah,
track.
I totally fucked the whole AMA situation.
You do, and you didn't answer the first question. You're just like, I'm not answering that. That's okay though. You don't have to. These are all optional.
What was the
and,
first question?
I don't
can't-
remember.
Oh yeah, the dialogue, the distorted
Oh,
dialogue.
yeah.
In,
Yeah.
No, I can't answer.
Dance.
I answer that I can't.
You're like, yeah. No.
I'm gonna figure it out. You know what? I'm gonna go listen to that like with. Oh yeah, turn
All
it
right.
way up in the headphones.
Um,
All right, Dennis, you want me to pronounce this, or are you gonna take a shot? At it?
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this.
All right. So from the upcoming reauthored
Director's
album,
cut.
yeah, director's cut of Sunset Blood. This is Starcadian with Sergeant Tagawski, the remake, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Sergeant Tagawski by Starcadian. That is a booty shaker, man. Holy crap.
I should also note that there's a live version of this track that's like really fucking fun to play live.
Live, did you say?
Yeah, like like an alternative version that I play live. Yeah. I see what you're doing.
That was we weren't going to go there yet, but
No, we'll put a pin on that.
all right, put a pin on it.
But no, I don't want to lead people on. No huge announcements, but yes, I'm gonna play live. But yeah, one of the live version that I play with Tagawski, played it once with Robert Parker in Sweden. It was fucking so fun.
Oh my god, I can't.
Just showed up with his Moog and it was just like.
Was Robert Parker just jumping up and down like crazy?
Oh my god, yeah.
Flowing his hair.
Yeah, that guy. He. I don't know. I don't understand how he doesn't pass out at the end of the night.
He is like the Energizer Bunny.
I know. He's awesome.
He just doesn't stop. Like he's
by the way,
amazing.
But
Calivan said that track was really bussin'.
Oh, for real, for real.
You can taste
that track is a cuck. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, that live version is gonna be on the album. If you bought the Radio Galaxy vinyl, you would have heard it. It was included in that. But this is like an even more mastered version that's gonna be available for streaming now.
Oh, very nice.
Kind of cool.
All right, so that was very exciting. We did promise that we were going to go back and dive into a little bit more of the AMAs. So we got to do fan service, man. That's what it's all about.
Let's do some easy one. I probably know the answer to this one. King wants to know: will there ever be instrumentals released of your songs?
Nah, not unless there's something wildly interesting about an instrumental. I think that they should just work as they are, really.
I mean,
the closest I came to that was like Shadowcatcher for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
For
legal reasons. Yeah.
Let's just take all the
come
take all
to
that stuff.
A live show. You'll hear the instrumentals.
I just again I don't want to get back into the Shadowcatcher saga, but it's just like, here you can use all these samples, here you go, use them. And then like you made this like amazing album with all these cool samples, and then all the bullshit happened and you're like, we're just gonna take the samples out. It's still dope.
I removed them because like, there was a whole legal thing with the
it was more on the legal side. I didn't know if it was like an artistic or illegal.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think legally the samples could have still lived on there. But yeah, whatever. It's still cool songs.
Oh, they're dope. That album is still dope as hell. I love it. And I feel like that album, which we discussed, it's the last time you were on. Without that album, we wouldn't have really had the strength of Radio Galaxy in the way that it is now. Like I felt like that album was like a stepping precursor to what Radio Galaxy is.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of a. Now you kind of need to sprinkle in like ideas of like other beats and other influences and styles that you might be interested in. So, you know, sometimes I like going heavier, sometimes I like going more ethnic, sometimes I like going, you know, full on Gesaffelstein. Like,
Right.
it's a good indicator of like, hey, sometimes I do random shit.
Well, there you go. Speaking of random, next random IRC AMA question, Jules.
All right, so yeah, from the YouTubes, we got John Coward wants to know: would you ride a hog?
Would I ride a hog?
Now, which kind of hog would that be?
So I'm assuming the motorcycle.
Fuck yeah. No, like an actual pig hog. Yeah, I would ride a hog. Yeah.
If you could fit on one, I guess it's fair game, right?
With my slender petite physique, I would ride a hog. Yes. I don't have a hog, but I have an e-bike. That's kind of cool. It's called a Super 73. It's not quite a hog.
Right.
It's pretty chunky.
Well,
for
it
e-bikes.
doesn't have the sound of a hog, I guess.
No.
I bet you could probably find a way to give it that crunch.
Hey, give me the right beans. I got you.
Just make sure they're not 64-bit.
That's right. No 64-bit beans. All right. What else we got? How many we have total?
Carousel Computing wants to know: is the scenery in the Satellites music video a real place or is it all CGI?
It's real.
Whoa.
There's like some distant mountains that are matted in, but mostly it's real. The stuff that's CG is obviously the robot, and that place is actually surrounded by water, so I had to paint out the water and put like distant desert or something. Yeah,
buildings or wasteland or whatever.
But thank you for another paid comment. Was that visual effects real? Oh, teehee, real person on the internet.
All right, Mel Zoll wants to know. Let's see if I can phrase this correctly. If you were to have your own movie, if you were to have your own movie be produced by an already existing studio, who would you love and trust most to help make that vision come true?
Oh shit, Trauma.
Oh, there we go.
Trauma.
Absolutely
Trauma. Have you guys ever heard of Trauma?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a
They're
porn
Yeah, it's like
producer?
No, it's not porn. Jesus
no,
Christ.
it's like they're like B. My God, yeah, the Toxic Avenger and stuff. Man, they had like what else did they do?
I like how Dennis's mind is just like.
You know where my head is.
Well, who would you like
24/7.
to produce your movie? Pornhub.
It's beer. It's beer and porn. Like
So I know, like
deny
Toxic
it.
Avenger. I remember that. I'm trying to remember. They had another one that was.
There's no way I didn't get drunk last time and talk about how much I fucking love Trauma and they're the pinnacle of art. I'm 100% sure that anyone who listened to the last one's gonna be like, oh, here he goes again. But Trauma's amazing. You should look into Trauma. It's the reason why I love movies. They make shitty, schlocky movies that make no money. Out of those movies came James Gunn and a bunch of other people because they just do it for the love of it. They're still small. They still don't make money, and they make the craziest movies like Surf Nazis Must Die.
Oh,
but
they also did Class of Nukem High.
Nukem High. They did Toxic Avenger, which they're remaking right now with Peter Dinklage, and I'm gonna lose my mind because it's like my most anticipated movie.
No way, with Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. It's a bunch of famous movies. Elijah Wood's in it. It's directed by Macon Blair, who was the star of Blue Ruin, amazing movie by Jeremy Saulnier. And I don't know. I think it's gonna be amazing, and I fucking love Trauma. I think they're the pinnacle of like you do art because you want to do it.
Did we talk about Neil Breen at the last show?
Neil Breen, I don't know how I feel about him. I love Red Letter Media.
Yeah,
like, that's
I don't know.
Probably the only YouTube channel I watch at this point, but
he confuses me very much.
I don't. I mean, I think there's like a line where.
Do you think
Vanity
he's
Project
in on the
turns
joke,
into-
or do you think he's not?
Well, I
in
think
on
that's the thing. I think now at this point he's got to be in a little bit.
it? I mean,
And see what happened to Tommy Wiseau. As soon as he got into the joke, it's like, okay, well that's not
Yeah.
funny.
Right.
Mr. Arms dealer from clearly from Russia, but you say you're French from New Orleans.
Right.
All right, sorry, that was a little non sequitur there, but I just had to ask. And trauma, I know why I thought it was porn, because long story short, I am a DJ. I've worked for many years. There was an office I used to go to for a company that I used to work with, and the guy would always put all these pictures up on the wall, like just all these movie. What did they call them? Press photos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
With all the autographs and everything like that. And 90% of it was porn stars. And he also had this thing for trauma pictures. And it was like all these actors from all these like really movies I've never heard of. And I think one was like, he looked like a goblin or something like that. Like he looked like the Green Goblin, this one dude. Probably
That's a Toxic Avenger, probably.
It probably was.
Yeah.
Autographs, but it was like a mixture of porn stars and old, would you consider it as like D flicks or, I mean that in an endearing way.
They're like schlocky, they're just schlock.
Like cult classics.
Yeah, there's blood, there's boobs, there's Ron Jeremy eating his own pickled penis. There's
Right.
like, all the good stuff.
Yes. So that's where the porn thing,
insane.
I don't always think about porn most of the time. All right, next question.
No, there is some sexuality in there.
What? I'm Googling here. Trauma is doing the distribution for My Neighbor Totoro? What? That's crazy.
All right, let's get on that. We need Starcadian doing some soundtracks to some
Anime.
trauma music, movies.
Also, the creator went to Yale. He was Oliver Stone's roommate.
What?
Yeah.
That's
like,
wild.
Yeah. And it's a wild story, man. I love that company.
And Oliver Stone went to do Oliver Stone stuff, and the Trauma went doing their crazy ass stuff, and
yeah,
it's a wild story right there. They need a documentary about that. I think.
I know.
That'd be a good one.
Like they really do.
They got documentaries like on Netflix, like about everything, like the BlackBerry guy, like everything. They could totally do like a Trauma, Oliver Stone kind of friendship, frenemy, roommate kind of, throwing some college babes with some boobs and stuff like that. I think it could really happen.
We got one more question.
Oh my God, yes.
We got one more question, and we're gonna deliver another treat. How's that?
Yeah.
More
All right.
treats.
So, animator JB there wants to know, what 3D package do you use most of it? I'm gonna assume you probably have various tools at your disposal. What's your favorite 3D package to use for your renderings and things like that?
So my ride or die, and if people are asking for what to learn and stuff, my ride or die is Autodesk Maya. It's the industry standard. Doesn't mean it's the best, but it's what a lot of people know, and it's easier to get support. So I use Maya.
Does Autodesk still, does 3D Studio Max still exist?
Yeah, they got bought out by the company that owns Maya.
Okay.
And
that's why it's called Autodesk Maya now.
They still sell it, but I don't know who the fuck uses it. I've never met a person in real life that uses 3D Studio Max. Some people do. I don't know. For compositing, which basically I take all the 3D and put it on real life footage, I use either Nuke or DaVinci Resolve. Nuke is, I used it because I stole company time years ago. But now I pretty much exclusively use DaVinci Resolve, which I highly recommend every
that's a freemium too, isn't it?
Yeah, well, no. So if you get you can install it for free.
Right now, yeah. Well, every musician just listening right now and that wants to like start making their own videos, fucking just download DaVinci Resolve, learn it inside and out. Especially learn Fusion, because then you're going to save hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing budget. It's free, and then if you pay $2.99, you get the option to add like some hardcore plugins.
The After Effects style.
You can absolutely do a ton of shit with the free one.
It's an amazing product. It's a beefy one, but it's probably the biggest free video editing software you
I-
can download right now.
I can't believe like it's free. Like the
Yeah.
fact that I made Freak Night. I mean, I paid for it, but the fact that I paid $2.99 for almost the entire package that I used to make Freak Night is
Wow,
insane.
you made Freak Night with DaVinci Resolve. That's
I edited
wild.
and did the visual effects at the same time with Resolve. Like it's a fucking fantastic product. And if like if you have zero budget, use Blender for 3D. A lot of people love Blender. I don't really have the time to learn it. I'm jumping into Unreal. I did the culture video in Unreal, so I'm gonna dive into it a little bit more because that's probably the future.
Just don't use Unity.
No, yeah. How to fuck your audience?
Cha-ching!
You heard about how the executives sold off shares just before that announcement.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is, what they're doing, like an Elon Musk bullshit where they're
Yeah,
like,
he's just shorting,
trolling
like,
people
and-
so they can get their money.
Yeah, amazing.
ridiculous.
So we're gonna go from shitty to awesome and
Right.
play another track. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. So what do we got lined up here, Mr. Jules?
Well, I do believe we have yet another reauthoring of a track from the upcoming Sunset Blood, the extended director's cut.
Remix.
Yeah, so this is a Love Top, the remake by Starcadian, right here on Night Ride FM.
What is on your face? Digital and pure in my memory. And perfect innocence, walking down the line, baby, can't you see? I whisper in your ear all the things you need to hear, my angel eyes. Covered in light, summer blue. Honey, just the thought of you is so divine. So stay with me, baby. We can dance together. We can make it through the night, showing that love's of light. Love top. Love top. I'll always treat you right. You're my treasure, my delight, my ecstasy. I have no games to play, baby. I am here to stay. Young and free, so serene, illuminated by the screen. You plug me in, turn me on, help me here when they have no limits. All for me, all for you, virtual and also new. A time alone you never seen, so won't you please stay with me, baby? We can dance together. We can make it through the night, showing it that laptop light. I never knew love could be like this. After being alone for so long, baby, fill me in and show me what's going on. So stay with me, baby. We can dance together. Make it through the night, showing that laptop light. Stay with me,
And that was Love Top.
All right, okay, Mr. Cadian. People were losing their shit in the chat over that song. Like Danny and Cersei and Lobster.
Love Top.
So everybody loves the new vocals. So you were
Love
saying
Top.
I think behind the scene you had to re-record the vocals on that.
Yeah, this one's a full re-record. I've technically re-recorded all the vocals, but some of them I ran through similar vocoders, so they're crisper, they're nicer, they're not technically, they don't sound that new. But yeah, I'm glad people picked up on it because it was driving me nuts all these years, and this is like legit mastering and redoing of a ton of instruments and some vocals and all that stuff.
I love the little Love Top. I think that's just like great. It's just like a great little. I love the fact that you don't have a space in between it, and it doesn't deserve a space in between. Love Top. I think it's funky. It's got a nice crisp sound to it. I'm very excited about the album. Now, do you want to give us the release date that we're going to be looking at for this particular?
Yeah, I think this is gonna come out like I want to keep it, canon. So it's gonna be Halloween.
Oh,
October 31st, 2023.
Freak me, nice.
There it is.
It's probably gonna be a video announcing it officially, either later tonight or tomorrow morning. Go subscribe to my Instagram, for the love of God. Please don't make me open X ever again. Please don't.
Well, you know what? So apparently Elon wants to start charging everyone to get on to post on X, and I hope he does. So that's the final nail in the coffin, and we can be done with this saga.
I just want to be done with it. And the fact that I fucking spent like a year or two being like, man, why can't I get verified on Twitter? Just imagine.
You got $8.
Did that, and now,
Blue Sky, not to go too far off the tracks, but like I've noticed Blue Sky kind of has a nice little vibe. I feel like the Mastodon people are too busy talking about Twitter. Threads is just, I feel like half the world can't use it yet because of the EU thing. Blue Sky is just not bad. It's just like people talk about.
The only problem with Blue Sky is goddamn invite codes.
The invite codes.
I'm on Blue Sky,
and you can't tag people. I don't think either. Which is weird.
Well, there's also no GIFs. If a platform doesn't have GIFs,
oh, that's true.
Forget
Just
it.
throw it in.
At least Facebook and X.
IRC.
GIFs.
Get on the IRC. It is 24/7. Nightride.fm. You can just go to this IRC and talk with other like-minded people that love Starcadian, like you and me.
I've got a question. I'm putting my hands up. Hand up. So I have a Starcadian shirt, but are you planning on making any new ones? Some new merch, maybe like bobbleheads? I know Dave 808 Turner from Down Under. He was wondering if like bobbleheads would Starcadian
Bobbleheads.
Yeah, if anyone's got a connect for that, holy shit, I'll design it. Yeah, no.
You can model it out and everything.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not working on a new album. I paused it for a little bit so I can wrap up this Sunset Blood remaster, redo, whatever it's called. But I think around this time next year, probably there's gonna be the new album coming out. I have the 10 songs, I've recorded the vocals. I know what the songs are, which is the first time in my fucking life I've ever done that. Like I sat down, planned the song and the dynamics of the songs from beginning to end, and sang all of them on my iPhone. Then did the backing tracks, put the backing tracks back on the phone, and then re-recorded it properly. And that's like the most invigorated I've ever felt, like making an album. It legitimately is like a distillation of all the best values of each album I've done so far. So hopefully when that comes out, there'll be some nice and dandy new visuals and t-shirts and stuff. I think there's gonna be a shake-up in the Starcadian world for sure. Like I think this was a good trilogy with the Red Hooded Starcadian, but there might be a few changes. Yeah.
Okay, like, and so you hinted earlier, or said in passing that you're definitely going to be up on stage again at some point.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously during the pandemic, kind of lockdown, all that bullshit, we all know how that went. So I bought an MPC, and because the Akai Force, I toured with it, it was just too heavy. And I loved it, but too much. And I think I inspired Faith in the Glitch to buy an Akai Force, which turned out well for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I switched to an MPC, and then I kind of struggled with that for a little bit, and I basically ordered an Ableton Push 3.
Yep.
And kind of like after 12 years, 10, 11 years, however long I've been like playing live, like they finally made the thing that I've been waiting for. Like literally just make my Ableton live set, all my instruments, and then use this one god machine to run it all. So the intention, yes, is to have this new style of live show where I'm more performative, more guitar, more vocals, more, presence and stuff. Funny story though, with the Ableton Push 3, I ordered it and I was away on vacation. I come back and it is a bricked unit. So I'm currently waiting. No, the Ableton was nice enough to replace it with a warranty. So I'm waiting on the Ableton Push 3. Once I get it up and running and I know it's not gonna break, I am super down for live shows,
Live
DJ
show
shows.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, man.
We're going to Brooklyn.
There you go.
Gotta,
That'll get me.
bring live music back.
That'll get me back down to Brooklyn.
That will bring Jules. There it is. We're just trying to get Jules.
I'll
to
just come
Jersey.
running across the border on foot.
Well, very good. This is all good news. It's always good to hear new things coming out of the Mr. Starcadian. I love it. One question I wanted to ask you. I think, did we cover all of our AMA questions?
Yes, sir, we did.
Did we cover the music, the albums, the upcoming things? I want to know how you're getting down with Starfield. That's my question.
I have not played it yet because I got Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh.
Fucking hell. This is my absolute first Dungeons and Dragons experience.
It's good, though. It is good.
I'm sure some of the listeners will know Matthew Mercer, who's an amazing guy, super, super awesome guy, good friend, and he is he's a dungeon master for Critical Role. He does like a lot of D&D. So I've slowly started getting tempted by the world of D&D, and this was my first sojourn. I have no fucking idea what to do. Like I was telling Jules earlier, like I'm walking, suddenly someone's checking my perception, and I have to roll a dice. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? But then I fuck up the roll because I have to divide it by 5 and then multiply it by my ability checks. I've never felt dumber in my goddamn life. But I think I'm understanding how it works now, and I'm kind of super getting into it. And now I understand people that actually have sit-downs for hours.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of fun. But yes, no Starfield for me yet.
You'll get there. It's gonna be it's a wild, wacky ride. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Bethesda game. I don't know how much you do a little bit of gaming. I know. Bethesda is famous for making these janky ass games that.
Dennis, we don't want him playing any games right now. Okay? We want him making music for us.
Keep making. Just forget about society.
No.
So
forget
before
that
the
the
new
world
album's
exists.
finished, there is actually a little surprise coming soon. Speaking of music, it's not. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what it is.
You got your
but-
music in a game.
No, well, I actually do. It just came out. It's a racing game. Fuck, what's it called? It's like a big racing game.
Forza?
Not Forza.
Need for Speed?
No. Jesus Christ.
RC Pro Am? I don't know. I've got no idea.
Racing game PC. The Crew.
Oh, The Crew!
Oh,
The Crew.
Get outta here.
Motorfest. Yeah, apparently I have 2 songs on the soundtrack.
Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't know that.
You're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Google told me, like, this game's out, here's the playlist. I'm like, I'm on the playlist?
So you just put your music in like a bank, and then they pull from the bank?
No, sometimes someone gets in touch with my publisher and it's like, hey, we'd like to use your music in a song in a game, and I'm like, that's cool. I mean, I don't often hear what the game is. I think just I have my one mandate, which is like, if there's any hate speech in it, you better fuck off. Like, don't be putting my stuff in any weird shit. But yeah, it turns out the Crew Motorfest.
The Crew's dope, man. That's a dope game. I mean, I never played it, but it's very well known.
But let me, but yeah, that's coming. But there's also another thing that I don't know if I can officially say, but
no one listens to our show anymore.
And I can confirm that Twerp is an awesome band.
Oh, yes.
And we sometimes jam together.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about, I just briefly wanted to say, we did meet up. This was actually the first time that I met Jules, and I met with Starcadian. We went out to go see Robert Parker.
Yeah.
And then I think the next week you were opening up for Twerp.
Twerp, yep.
And
I didn't open up. I just showed up.
You just showed up. That's right.
Guest starred on like a song. That was really fun.
And here's a funny story. I got COVID in New York. And all I could think...
No.
I remember you were like, better not get COVID from this Brooklyn night.
All I can think of is, oh my God, did I give Starcadian COVID? Because if I fucked that up, I would have never forgiven... Well, it's not like I gave it to him, like somebody gave it to me.
Yeah, there was a lot of sweaty dudes.
There was a lot of things being flown
that
around,
was a
bodily
fun night,
fluid.
by the way. For those that I didn't say hi to that night, or you weren't there, basically the three of us.
Oh God, I was looped. I was looped.
Shit drunk at like 5 a.m. I think we were like the last people.
It was. We were all getting put into the cars at the end of the night.
Yeah, for Faith in the Glitches, like DJ said at the end, it was awesome.
Yeah,
Like only the three of us.
So, if you guys are listening, go out. The Brooklyn scene is just super dope. You're going to have a great time. Nightwave, Faith in a Glitch, shout out to all the New York crew, Graphic Mercenary. I can't wait to go up. We're going to go up there to go see Ollie. You know what we should do? This is a wonderful segue. Why don't we go ahead and dive into a little bit of our album, not our album releases, our touring events. Jules, do you think it's a good time?
I think we should play a song first.
All right,
we'll get to that.
let's do a song.
We still have music to play.
We do. Let's do a song, and then we're going to talk touring in advance, and then we're going to talk about what is going on, because there's a lot of shows that's happening. It's pretty awesome. So,
all right,
let's
so
do it.
formerly of Titan Project, we have the latest single from Jonah Walton's new initiative. It's called Seven Rising, the band, and this latest single is called Ghost Story, right here on Night Ride FM.
Trying to find another way to heal again, but things haven't gone your way. Look inside and you will find a haunted state of mind. Our lives a ghost story told in the night, with no way to escape, only to run and hide. Yeah, I know, and you know, this is our goodbye.
And that was Seven Rising with Ghost Story. Very good. All right.
Beautiful.
So, Mr. Jules, speaking of all these wonderful tours
Right.
and
Well, I think-
concerts.
Right. So you were mentioning, we'll get to Ollie in a sec, but I get the big news is the Midnight.
Yes. Oh, that's
have announced
right.
a little 3-stop Australia tour. I think it's Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane.
That is super dope. I feel very happy for all the Australians out there because they don't really
Yes,
get a lot of
they-
shows.
Nobody goes and visits Australia. Now, granted, they've got their own pool of talent down there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's. Can you imagine? It's like us never getting to see Power Glove or.
Or September '87, which
Right,
we never
right.
do. See them.
So yeah, so there's that. That's happening next year, February 29th to March 2nd, Aussie time, obviously. So
Very good.
that's in the future for us. But yeah,
All right.
Midnight down in Australia.
Check that out. What else we got here? We have the North American tour, Dance with the Dead, and Beast in Black. That is touring USA and Canada.
And they were just in Toronto this past weekend, and
Look at that.
geez, I don't know where their next stop is, but they're going on up until October 15th. They're doing their little touring tour.
All right, very good. What else we got here?
Oh yeah, last night I went and saw Sierra, who was in Toronto. I think she was
Oh,
in New
that's
York earlier on the weekend or something. So all the way from France, she toured with Carpenter Brute earlier in the year to North
Sweet.
America and Europe. But she's got her own tour now. It's called the Story of Anger tour. So she's all over North America and Europe, right up until 2024, actually.
Being all angry.
Yeah.
I saw Peter Gabriel a couple of nights ago.
Peter Gabriel.
yes.
Garden.
Oh, what?
I think that guy's he's someone to look out for. I think
Is-
he's gonna have a good career.
That man's going places.
That guy's
think
going places.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about this new upcoming guy, Peter Gabriel.
Dude, it was fucking unbelievable.
How long did he
play
go for?
Did he play Shock the Monkey?
No, and I don't understand why. He played the classics.
Yep.
The set was unbelievable. Like he had like a giant circular screen with a giant moon, and then they basically had a little fire pit. So the whole show starts with a tiny fire pit where him and his longtime bassist Tony Levin are sitting and just playing the first song, and then slowly the whole band joins
that's
in.
dope.
Oh wow.
And it's just this like magical thing, and then the whole set changes and it turns into a full blown concert. Really fucking well done. Holy shit. And it's almost worth tolerating Madison Square Garden.
Wow, that's a big venue too.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. All right, all kinds of performers, 80s and the 80s flavored
There's
80s.
There's a lot of the old the original 80s bands doing tours these days, like Duran Duran and Depeche Mode just did theirs, right? Are they
Right.
still
Yeah,
are
yeah,
they
yeah.
done, or they still
Duran Duran.
running around.
It's
I think
amazing.
the drummer died this year.
Oh.
Wow, wow.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to synthwave. There's a Love Game tour going on.
Oh, the
That's-
Love Game tour.
Yeah, so that's Time Cop 1983 and Josh Daly, and now they've got support from the Bad Dreamers, and that goes
he's
on. That's been going on since September 12th, right up until October 6th,
very cool.
all over the USA.
And we have on September
Starting
27th
tonight.
through November 18th, we have the Fighting Spirit Tour, Essinger and Puppet and Young Medicine, right?
And and starting tonight, the Midnight is doing their USA tour.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I thought that
yeah.
was the Australian. That's why. I
Yeah,
said
no.
that.
So they're doing the USA tour tonight, all the way up until October 15th in various states or cities throughout the US.
Go get yourself some midnight tickets. That's where it's at.
Now, the one you wanted to talk about, the US and UK tour, Ollie Ride and Parallel.
Yes.
Doing a little thing.
Yes, I will be there. I'm totally looking forward to that. I think a lot of people are going to go to that. The Ollie Ride, it's going to be an amazing. He's an amazing performer. I think
Brooklyn, I think it's October 11th.
Yes.
And I'll be seeing him in Seattle October 7th, I think, or 6th. Yeah, 6th.
Yeah.
5th. One of those. But anyways.
So go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think,
any
that's
more?
it.
Yeah, I think.
Well, actually, one day.
Squeeze
I
one more in.
mention this one. Yeah. November 3rd, this was just announced. Yes Music Productions over in Seattle is doing a show with Phaserland, Betamax, Michael Weber,
Oh, that's right.
and a DJ set by our own Karen Zoe Lee.
Karen Zoe Lee. Fantastic.
Wop, wop. There you go.
Very good. All right. So you can
Oh,
always
wait,
go
wait,
to.
and then there's this one. Hang on. There's this one featuring some dude named Starcadian.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I heard of him. Heard he's pretty good.
Oh, don't be selling live show tickets that I haven't booked yet.
Just book us on
Can't wait to put that in the list there.
/
I know,
Starcadian.
Put it in bold.
You gotta wait for fucking Ableton to send me
Right.
my Ableton push.
Yeah,
so
you
I
gotta
can
get
set it
that.
up again.
When we're done the show, Dennis and I will reach out to Ableton because we got a lot of pull over
Yeah, we-
there, right?
we do.
Dennis?
Call
Yeah.
Michael Ableton.
We're gonna
Hey,
work
Siri,
on the
call
logistics
Michael
on that.
Ableton. I assume that's his name.
So we have.
She's
Dad,
trying. Bless her heart.
By the way, for those listeners, you can just go to Google and type Synthwave events, and the first link that pops up
Is
the
us.
Night Ride. Yeah, the Night Ride FM Synthwave events calendar, which tells you what's going on where, when.
Yes. All right, so let's play another track. Let's do some more stuff. Let's drink a few more martinis and talk about some more stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
What do we
Okay.
got here?
Okay, French artist Extra Terra has teamed up with Tokyo Rose again, and with this latest single, it's called Biowave, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Extra Terra and Tokyo Rose with BioWave.
Man, that thumped.
Yeah, that was a banger. Very good. All right.
Slapped my booty.
It's getting late.
Yeah, you
HR.
All right.
Want to jump into one more track?
Yeah, we're gonna do one more track here, and then we're gonna get ready to start to wrap things up. Yeah, this is a jam too. You want to go ahead and set this one up, Mr. Neon Fox?
Hells yeah. So coming out this Friday, Polish artist Cassetter, Greek artist Dimi K, and New York City artist Annie have teamed up yet again with this latest single, and it's awesome. Annie's vocals on when these three collab, it's just incredible. So here it is. This is Never Gonna Catch Me, right here on Night Ride FM.
You and I, we dance in the dark. You and I, we always fall apart. This time I'll pick myself off the floor. This time I make a mad dash for the door. And I'm never coming back. Save your tears, I'm gone, and you'll never get me back. Once I go, I'm gone, and I'm never coming back. Save your tears, I'm gone, and you'll never get me back. You can run, but you're getting nowhere fast. We'll never let you last. You can try, but you're never gonna catch me. Never gonna catch me. You cannot trust, and you're never gonna learn. No, you're never gonna learn. You can't eat that dust. You can run, you can try, but you're never gonna catch me. Never gonna catch me. I won't stay to say your last goodbye. On the way, I'll hang you out to dry. So sad you won't get my love anymore. So glad you won't see me cry anymore. Watch me go, I'm gone. You can run, but you're getting nowhere fast. We'll never let you last. You can try, but you're never gonna catch me. Never gonna catch me. You cannot trust, and you're never gonna learn. No, you're never gonna learn. You can't eat my dust. You can run, you can try, but you're never gonna catch me. Never gonna catch me. Never gonna catch me.
And that was Never Gonna Catch Me by Cassetter and Annie and Demi K and everyone. The entire synthwave community was on that track right there. Very good.
By the way, quick shout out to Rex Balls, who's masquerading around
There he is.
as that bastard Reinhold in the IRC. So, yeah. shout out to you.
Yes, yes. Also, too, guys, we want to tell you a little bit about Mr. Fusion, our charity album. Before we go any further, we have a wonderful charity album. It is called Live at Mr. Fusion. If you are listening, if you care about the LGBT community, cool. We have a wonderful charity that we are supporting for really until Christmas, I guess. And it is a cool charity album. It is going to the Trevor Project, which is a really good foundation. And we have, I think we have like 8 artists, and we have 6 original tracks. And it's all downstairs in our jazz club known as Mr. Fusion. So we're going to have some characters, a little intro. It's going to be nice and fun. And it's all live performances. And I think you're going to dig it. There's a lot of really, really good. It's kind of like synthwave meets jazz. So if you're into that little fusion, and obviously we named the jazz bar after Mr. Fusion, which is a very popular Droid Bishop song. So if you're into that kind of jazz fusion kind of stuff, you'll dig the album, and it's for a great cause. You can go to the stateofsynth.bandcamp.com to support the cause if you think that's your thing. If it's not your thing, that's cool too. Do your thing, man. But
speaking of Droid Bishop, I think he mentioned he's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped something this year as well.
Yeah, he's always dropping
a new album.
I want a Droid Bishop Starcadian.
Starcadian
collab.
arpeggiated up the ass.
Oh my god, that would be fantastic. I think
That's a phrase I'll never forget.
Arpeggiated up the ass.
You want an arpeggioscopy? Got one for you.
Oh, I love it. All right.
Let's blast our second last song and say our bye-byes.
Yes, beautiful. This has been such a fun time. Let's drop another track, and then we'll do our goodbyes, and then it's martini time again.
Hell yeah.
All right, all the way from Oklahoma City, Star Madman has dropped a new single, and it's called Fool. You're hearing it right here on Night Ride FM.
bad. I've got the fuel for one more plan to get away.
And that was Star Madman with Fool. Yeah.
Beautiful
It's
song.
getting late. It is getting
All right.
late. Oh my god. I love
So,
it.
folks, let's recap. Garlic and martinis.
Garlic martinis, yes.
Odd numbered olives.
Odd number olives.
Starcadians, Waiting on an Ableton, Push 3.
Yes.
Sunset Blood, the Director's Extended
Coming on in
cut.
Halloween-ish.
Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And
possibly some other exciting song soon enough with some friends of mine.
And if you're a fan of the Red Hood, you might start prepping yourself for a loss. But what else, Dennis? What else did we cover?
Starfield, haven't played it yet. Working on that. Twerp was cool. I did not give you COVID.
Starcadian just got his D&D cherry popped.
Yes.
And let's not talk anymore about AI.
Right.
No more AI.
AI is good and bad.
And quick shout out. We got a straggler over in the YouTube, Mr. Cardor, who's like, garlic martini, what?
Yes.
Oh, you missed it. You can always on YouTube, you can rewind and if you want to listen to the whole show.
No, it's gone forever. It's gone forever. This was back when all three of us were cucks.
That's right. Yes, and we are all cucks for.
Now we're bussing though.
For real.
From cucks to bussin' in 60 minutes.
All right, Dennis.
Yes. Oh, I should play the
Patreon
closing music here. I got to put the official closing music on because I was playing the chill music here. This is the gotta go, get out of my house music. Patreon.com/NightRideFM. You can support Night Ride FM. We are a 24-hour radio station that broadcasts only synthwave. Jules, you know there's a lot of radio stations out there, online radio stations that do electronic music. But how many 24/7 synthwave only radio stations do you know of that are just straight super
that don't have cucks in them?
That don't have cucks in them.
And let's remind the listeners that Night Ride FM. Not only do we have this station that you're listening to right now, but there's Chill Synth, the Chill Synth radio station. There's the Space Synth radio station. There's the Data Wave.
Yes, for all the data
course,
people out there.
Our sister brother station, the 80s guy.
Yeah, it's all dark synth and just dark, just jamming out, rocking out.
And we got synth for everyone.
Synth for everyone. That's it.
And of course, it costs money to run these servers. So yeah, if you feel like it, become a Patreon.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? We should mention our latest Patreon. What do you call it? Latest patron? Patreon? Isaac Carter. Big shout out to Isaac Carter.
Hey, very good. Nice job.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Of course, Dennis.
You can go to thestateofsynth.com if you'd like to support the State of Synth exclusively. Top right-hand corner, you can buy us a beer. But actually, honestly, just go out and buy our charity album. $7. You're going to get great artists, 8 great artists, and it's going to be good. It's going to help us out because it's going to know that you support things, the show, you support the things we stand behind, and that means so much more to us than just giving us
And of
your
course,
money.
a big thanks to the artists who contributed to the album.
Yeah. Big shout out to everyone that has supported thus far. And go out, support, go listen to some live music, go have a blast, go drink some martinis. We love you.
Big thanks to our guest, Starcadian. Thank you, sir, for coming back on.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. My pleasure.
And
It's
dropping the big news.
The goods.
Letting us play some juicy, really early peaks at the new album, the new director's cut.
Yeah, at this point, it took about as much effort as a full album, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, so we have one more track. We're going to close us out here. Kind of a, switching it down to a slightly somber tone on this last one here.
You know what? So we were gone. We weren't on the air. We were on vacation, but I felt like we need to do our little tribute. We're gonna play you out with a track from the late Time Strider, who passed away this summer. He was a consistent and friendly presence in the Discord and the IRC chats, and he was an incredible producer to boot, having done collabs with the likes of Caspro, remixing this. Yeah, we're gonna miss him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna
Good dude.
play out from his album Pillars. We're gonna play the Time Strider track Signals. And yeah, from all of us at Night Ride FM, thank you, Starcadian, for coming on, and thank you everyone for listening.
Yes.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.